Listen closely. You absolutely have to see this before October 20th. This celestial event isn't just going to change your week or even your month. It's set to completely rewrite your spiritual contract. Seriously, don't just brush this off. The fact that you're watching this video isn't a coincidence. Your soul's algorithm led you here because you're one of the people who are meant to experience this. We're talking about the Moon-Venus conjunction happening on October 20th, 2025. The mainstream media will probably just call it a pretty sight in the night sky, a simple astronomical alignment. But those who are in the know, the chosen ones, they can feel what's really going on. A cosmic dam is about to burst, and a wave of divine feminine energy is ready to flood our consciousness. Before we get into what this means for you specifically, I need you to really lock in your energy with us right now. Do these 3 things right away. First, like this video. That sends a signal of resonance back to the universe. Second, subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications. The information I'm going to be sharing in the next few days is absolutely crucial for navigating this shift. And third, go down to the comments section right now and type, "I am awake," to declare to your higher self that you're ready to receive this download. This is serious, people. This isn't just some drill. A rare celestial shift is beginning tonight, and you need to be prepared for what's coming. What's happening in the sky above us is so much more than just 2 celestial bodies passing each other. This is a quantum portal, a sacred energetic marriage taking place on a multidimensional level. The moon, our great celestial mother, governs the subconscious realms, our intuition, our emotional bodies, those hidden depths within us, and the sacred echoes of our ancestral lineage. She's the keeper of mysteries, that silent pull on the tides of our soul. Venus, the luminous queen, governs our heart chakra. She represents love, beauty, harmony, value, abundance, and the sacred art of relationships, not just with other people, but with ourselves and with the divine. When these 2 archetypal forces come into an exact conjunction, their energetic fields don't just overlap. They merge, they dance together, and they create a third unified frequency. This is the frequency of the sacred union, a harmonic resonance that's so pure, so potent, that it acts like a universal solvent for all lower vibrational energies connected to the heart and soul. For the chosen ones, for those who have been doing the hard, painful work of clearing their own karmic debris, this alignment isn't just a gentle nudge, it's a quantum leap. It's the universe reaching out its hand and saying, "You've toiled enough in the dark, now it's time to fly." For weeks, maybe even months, you've probably been feeling the prelude to this event. You might not have had the words to describe it, but your body, your energetic field, has been registering the incoming frequencies. Have you been experiencing inexplicable heart palpitations, a strange fluttering in your chest that isn't anxiety, but feels more like an awakening? Have you noticed a persistent, high-pitched ringing in your ears, especially during moments of quiet contemplation or right before you fall asleep? This isn't tinnitus in the traditional sense. It's your light body being attuned to the new frequency, your spiritual antenna being calibrated to receive this divine broadcast. Your dreams have probably become intensely vivid, almost hyper-realistic, filled with cryptic symbols, messages from guides, or encounters with past versions of yourself. You might be waking up at exactly 3:00 or 4:00 a.m., your mind racing, feeling a profound sense of urgency or importance without even knowing why. These aren't random symptoms. These are the telltale signs that your energetic signature is being recognized by the portal. You're being prepared from the inside out. This Moon-Venus conjunction is a targeted energetic event. It's designed to activate those whose souls carry a specific key, the key of unconditional love and intuitive wisdom. The energy will wash over the entire planet, but it will only fully anchor and activate within those who have the prepared crystalline structures in their DNA to hold it. This is why you've felt so different, so isolated at times, because you've been undergoing a silent, sacred metamorphosis. You were building the temple within yourself, and now the goddess is about to arrive. This alignment acts as a profound spiritual mirror. It will reflect back to you with stunning and sometimes brutal clarity everything that's out of alignment with your soul's highest truth, particularly in the realms of love and self-worth. Every wound you thought was healed, every insecure attachment you thought you'd overcome, every last vestige of not enoughness you've been carrying in your cells will be brought to the surface for one final, powerful transmutation. Don't be alarmed if you feel waves of old emotions rising up: grief from a past relationship, anger at a perceived betrayal, shame from a moment you wish you could take back. This isn't a regression, it's a purification. The harmonic resonance of the Moon-Venus conjunction is so high that these denser energies simply can't coexist with it. They're being pushed out of your system like a fever breaking. Your job isn't to resist them, analyze them, or get lost in their stories. Your job is to witness them, thank them for the lessons they brought, and then let them go. Breathe through the tears, journal through the anger, meditate on the forgiveness. This is the great purge before the great surge. You're clearing the vessel so that it can be filled with the nectar of divine love, a love that doesn't seek validation from the outside because it's a self-sustaining, radiant force from within. This is the transition from 3D conditional love to 5D unconditional love, and it's happening within your very heart. If you've been feeling these waves of emotional clearing, if your dreams have been speaking to you in a language your soul understands, if you feel that pull of something magnificent on the horizon, go to the comments and affirm this process by typing "release" and "I receive." Your declaration is a powerful spell, an act of conscious co-creation with the universe. You're telling the cosmos that you're an active participant in your own evolution. This process is about reclaiming your sovereignty. The energy of this conjunction is deeply connected to the archetype of the Empress and the High Priestess fused into one. The Empress, ruled by Venus, is the embodiment of creative, fertile, abundant, and self-loving feminine power. The High Priestess, ruled by the Moon, is the embodiment of intuitive, mystical, and esoteric wisdom. The merging of these energies is designed to dissolve the patriarchal programming that has been embedded in our collective and personal DNA for eons. Programming that told you that your intuition wasn't valid, that your emotions were a weakness, and that your worth was determined by your productivity or your relationship status. This celestial event is like a cosmic reset button for that faulty code. It's here to remind you that your feeling nature is your superpower. Your intuition is your most reliable compass, and your ability to love, to create, to nurture, and to feel deeply isn't a liability. It's the most powerful force in the universe. In the days leading up to and following October 20th, you'll notice your intuitive hits becoming undeniable. You'll just simply know times things without knowing how you know them. You'll receive clear guidance in the form of synchronicities, seeing repeating numbers like 1000, 111, or 777, hearing a song with a meaningful lyric at the exact right moment, or having someone randomly say the very thing you needed to hear. This is the universe speaking to you through the amplified channel of your own higher self. Pay attention. The whispers are becoming shouts. This energetic upgrade is also fundamentally about your relationships, but it begins with the primary relationship, the one you have with yourself. The Venusian energy of this alignment is demanding that you fall radically and unconditionally in love with the being that you are. It will illuminate every corner of your inner world where you've abandoned yourself, betrayed yourself, or settled for less than you deserve. If you've been in relationships, romantic, platonic, or familial, that drain your life force, that are built on obligation rather than authentic connection, or that require you to shrink yourself to be loved, expect major shakeups. This energy won't support inauthenticity. It creates a kind of spiritual dissonance around anything that isn't rooted in pure, honest love. You might suddenly have the courage to have that difficult conversation you've been avoiding. You might feel an overwhelming need for solitude to pull back your energy from others so you can hear your own soul's voice. Or you might find that relationships that have been a source of pain simply fall away with an unexpected ease, as if the energetic cords connecting you have been gently and lovingly severed. This isn't a punishment, it's a liberation. The universe is clearing space in your life, creating a sacred vacuum so that it can be filled with connections that truly see you, honor you, and celebrate the magnificent truth of who you are. For some, this will also herald the arrival of a divine partner, a soul connection that mirrors this inner union. But here's the key. The outer union can only manifest once the inner sacred marriage between your own heart and soul has been consecrated. The work is inside you first and always. The physical body is the vessel for this transformation, and it's working overtime to integrate these new light codes. It's crucial that you support it during this time. You might be feeling unusually exhausted, a bone-deep weariness that no amount of sleep seems to cure. This is because your body is undergoing a complete cellular restructuring. It's overwriting old energetic blueprints and installing a new operating system. Honor this need for rest. Don't push yourself. Cancel social plans if you need to. Take a salt bath. Lie on the earth. Allow yourself to do absolutely nothing. You might also notice shifts in your diet. You might suddenly feel a revulsion to heavy processed foods and a deep craving for clean, high-vibrational foods like fresh fruits and vegetables. This is your body intelligence speaking to you, telling you what it needs to complete this upgrade. Listen to it. Drink copious amounts of purified water. Water is a liquid crystal, a conduit for energy and information. By staying hydrated, you're helping your body to flush out the old toxins and smoothly integrate the new frequencies. Treat your body like the sacred temple that it is, because what's occurring within you is nothing less than a holy event. You're becoming a beacon of light, a living anchor for the new 5D Earth grid, and your body is the instrument through which this divine energy will be grounded into the physical plane. Every act of self-care, every moment of rest, every conscious breath is an act of service to the planet at this time. Let's go deeper now, because what you've been experiencing is merely the overture. The grand symphony of your soul's liberation is about to begin, and the intensity is going to amplify tenfold. The physical symptoms we spoke of, the exhaustion, the heart flutters, the cravings for light, are the first-level indicators that your vessel is accepting the new frequencies. Now we have to address the more profound, more subtle, and infinitely more powerful shifts that are occurring within your spiritual anatomy. This Moon-Venus conjunction isn't just a passive bath of energy you're soaking in, it's a highly targeted, deeply intelligent act of divine intervention. It's performing what can only be described as cosmic surgery on your energetic blueprint. The combined light of the Moon and Venus is creating a coherent, laser-like beam of compassion and truth that's penetrating the deepest layers of your being. It's going directly to the source code of your pain, to the original wounds of separation and abandonment that have been carried in your soul's memory for lifetimes. Think of it as a divine surgeon lovingly and precisely excising the energetic tumors of fear, shame, and unworthiness that have kept you locked in cycles of suffering. You might feel this as sudden, sharp, emotional pangs that seem to come from nowhere, or a deep, aching sensation in your heart space that isn't physical but feels profoundly real. Don't be afraid. This is the times of healing. This is the sensation of old stagnant energy being dislodged and dissolved into the light. The universe isn't reopening your wounds to hurt you, it's reopening them to finally, fully, and forever clean them out. This is a reclamation of the divine feminine essence, not just for the collective, but within your very own soul. For eons, across countless incarnations, the sacred feminine principle has been suppressed, wounded, and dishonored. This has created a foundational trauma within the human psyche. The sacred wound of separation from the mother, from intuition, from the body, from the earth. Every feeling of not being safe, of not being nurtured, of having to strive and fight for your worth stems from this core wound. This October 20th alignment is the universe's antidote. It's a tidal wave of the mother's love, a cosmic balm designed to soothe this ancient ache. What this means for you as a chosen one, carrying the codes of this healing, is that you aren't just healing for yourself. You're a conduit. You're an anchor point. As you allow this energy to move through you, as you consciously face and release your own pain around these themes, you're simultaneously healing your ancestral line. Every tear you cry for your own perceived inadequacies is a tear that also cleanses the sorrow of your mother, your grandmother, and all the matriarchs who came before you, who weren't allowed to feel, to speak, to own their power. You're breaking generational curses of silence, of self-sacrifice, of settling for less. This is sacred, holy work of the highest order. It's why you've felt the weight of the world on your shoulders at times, because in a very real sense, you've been carrying the pain of your lineage, waiting for this exact cosmic moment to set it and yourself free. You're the one your ancestors have been waiting for. You're the linchpin, the pivot point upon which the entire destiny of your bloodline is now turning towards the light. This is a monumental task, but you aren't alone. To consciously claim your role in this sacred healing and to amplify its power, I want you to go to the comment section right now and declare with all the conviction of your soul, I heal my lineage. Feel the truth of those words. Feel the gratitude of your ancestors as you type them. You're activating a powerful timeline of liberation that will ripple forwards and backwards through the fabric of time. As this profound inner healing accelerates, the signs in your external reality will become impossible to ignore. The universe is turning up the volume on its communication, and the language it speaks is synchronicity. You're moving beyond the phase of just seeing repeating numbers on a clock. The synchronicities will become more complex, more personal, more startling. You'll think of a long-lost friend and they'll call you within the hour. You'll be struggling with a specific problem, and the solution will appear in the form of a book falling off a shelf, a conversation you overhear between strangers, or a billboard you drive past. Pay close attention to the animal kingdom. The veil between our world and the spirit realms is becoming exceptionally thin, and animals are acting as messengers, as emissaries from the other side. An owl staring at you from a tree isn't a coincidence. It's a sign to trust your hidden wisdom. A hawk circling overhead is a reminder to see your situation from a higher perspective. A swarm of butterflies crossing your path signifies that your transformation is beautiful and fully supported. These aren't just charming encounters. They're direct, targeted communications from your guidance team. They're leaving you a trail of cosmic breadcrumbs, leading you step by step along your highest path. Your only job is to remain present, to be aware, and to remove the word coincidence from your vocabulary entirely. There are no coincidences in a conscious, intelligent, and loving universe. There is only meaning. There is only guidance. There is only love. Your dream state is also transforming from a place of subconscious processing into a veritable classroom for your soul. You're entering a period of hyper-lucid dreaming. You'll find yourself becoming aware that you're dreaming, able to consciously interact with the dreamscape and ask questions of the figures who appear. These aren't mere figments of your imagination. You're meeting with your spirit guides, your star family, and aspects of your own higher self in the astral realm. They're using the dream space to give you direct teachings, to help you clear karmic contracts, and to train you in using your energetic gifts. Keep a dream journal by your bed and write down everything you remember the moment you wake up, even if it feels nonsensical. The symbols and messages will reveal their meaning over time. You might find yourself dreaming of flying, of breathing underwater, or of visiting other planets. These aren't fantasy dreams. These are soul memory activations. You're remembering your true, multi-dimensional nature. You're remembering that you aren't limited to this physical body or this single reality. You're a vast, eternal cosmic being, and your dreams are the doorway back to the truth of who you are. Don't be afraid of what you see or experience in this space. You're completely safe, protected by your guides. This is your soul's playground, your spiritual training ground for the new reality you're about to step into when you're awake. One of the most potent and challenging aspects of this upgrade will manifest through your throat chakra. The Moon-Venus conjunction is flooding your heart with so much truth, so much authentic feeling that your entire system will begin to reject anything that's false. The fifth chakra, the throat chakra, is the energetic bridge between your heart's feeling and the world's hearing. It's the center of authentic expression. As your heart opens, it will send a powerful surge of energy upwards, demanding that your voice align with its truth. This will create a profound and sometimes uncomfortable internal pressure to speak honestly, to express your needs clearly and to stop silencing yourself for the sake of keeping the peace. You might find that you physically can't tell a white lie anymore. The words will get stuck in your throat. You might feel a sudden revulsion to superficial small talk, craving only conversations of depth and meaning. Physically, this can manifest as a sore throat, a persistent cough, or a feeling of a lump in your throat that won't go away. This isn't a medical issue, it's an energetic clearing. Your throat chakra is purging all the times you swallowed your words, all the truths you were afraid to speak, all the times you said yes when your soul was screaming no. Support this process by humming, singing, or even gently yelling in a private space like your car. Drink warm tea with lemon and honey. Most importantly, practice speaking small truths throughout your day. Tell someone how you really feel. State a boundary kindly, but firmly. Express an opinion you might have otherwise kept to yourself. Each time you use your voice authentically, you strengthen this energetic center and pave the way for your soul's full, uncensored expression to come forth into the world. Your truth is a sacred medicine the world desperately needs, and this alignment is your cosmic permission slip to finally set it free. To fully activate this center of power and claim your sovereign voice, go to the comments now and type the powerful affirmation, "I speak my truth." As you do, visualize a brilliant blue light glowing in your throat, dissolving all blockages and empowering you to express the wisdom of your newly opened heart. As these internal shifts solidify your experience of the external world, will become a direct and immediate mirror of your inner state. This is a crucial concept to understand, as it will save you from a great deal of confusion and pain. The universe is now operating as a real-time feedback system for your frequency. Every person who shows up in your life, every situation that unfolds, is a reflection of the energy you're currently holding. If there's a part of you that still feels like a victim, you'll attract people who try to overpower you. If there's a hidden pocket of self-judgment, you'll encounter people who criticize you. Don't fall into the trap of blaming them or seeing them as your enemies. They're your greatest teachers. They're divine messengers showing you exactly where the remaining work lies within you. When a challenging person or situation appears, instead of reacting with anger or fear, pause and ask yourself, what part of me is this reflecting? What unhealed wound is this person triggering? What is the gift, the lesson here for me? By doing this, you reclaim your power. You cease to be a victim of circumstance and become a conscious creator of your reality. You understand that the outer world is simply a classroom, and every interaction is an assignment designed for your soul's growth. As you heal the inner wound, the outer trigger will either transform or fall away. This is quantum law. This is the mastery you're being called into. You're learning to sculpt your reality from the inside out, using the raw material of your own consciousness. This is the great turning point from a life of reaction to a life of creation. The world is no longer happening times to times you. It's responding times through times you. We must now venture into the very heart of the mystery, into the quantum mechanics of this grand spiritual awakening that's being catalyzed by the October 20th Moon-Venus conjunction. What's happening isn't merely an emotional clearing or a series of fortunate synchronicities. You're undergoing a fundamental recalibration of your perception of time, reality, and your own creative power. The coherent light frequency generated by this alignment is literally thinning the veil between the dimensions. The rigid linear clock-based time that you've known a construct of the 3D matrix is beginning to dissolve. In its place, you're being initiated into what's known as 5D fluid time, or soul time. This is a profound shift that will initially feel disorienting, even chaotic, but it's the key to unlocking your full mastery as a creator being. You may have already noticed the signs of this temporal shift. Have you experienced moments where time seems to speed up, where an entire day vanishes in what feels like a few hours? Conversely, have you had moments of deep presence where time seems to slow down, to stretch and expand, where a single minute does life feel richer and more timeless lately? Have you noticed glitches in reality, like catching a glimpse of something that vanishes when you look directly at it? Maybe you've misplaced something only to find it later in a spot you know you already checked. Or perhaps you've had intense déjà vu moments that feel like memories of the future. These aren't signs of losing your mind. They're indicators you're awakening to the fluid holographic nature of reality. This experience isn't for everyone, but for those chosen and ready to transform their reality. I've released a deep briefing exclusively for members titled Warning All Chosen Ones. It's crucial to watch this before the new moon of October 21st, 2025, as it will change everything. In that video, I reveal the specific activations and protections you need to implement. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment to watch it before the energy arrives. Skipping this window might mean missing this upgrade permanently. The 3D matrix operates on a linear cause and effect timeline. You do A, then B happens, followed by C. It's a system built on past events and future predictions, trapping you in cycles of regret about the past and anxiety about the future. This Moon-Venus alignment, with its powerful heart-opening frequency, is designed to liberate you from that mental prison and ground you firmly in the eternal power of the present moment, the now. The present moment is the only space where true creation takes place. It's the zero-point field of infinite potential. As you become more anchored in the present, you'll notice something miraculous. Your manifestation abilities are accelerating rapidly. The time between having a heartfelt desire and seeing it manifest in your physical reality is shrinking. You might think about needing a certain amount of money, and it appears from an unexpected source. You might feel a strong urge to learn a new skill, and the perfect teacher or course appears. You might envision a perfect resolution to a conflict, and the other person suddenly has a change of heart. This isn't magic in the superstitious sense, it's quantum physics. Your heart, when opened and aligned by the Venusian energies, becomes a potent electromagnetic vortex. Your emotions, purified and focused by the moon's intuitive wisdom, become the carrier wave for your intentions. In this state, you're not just wishing for things to happen. You're broadcasting a coherent frequency into the quantum field, and the field has no choice but to rearrange itself to match your broadcast. You're remembering how to consciously command reality through the power of your heart's frequency. This newfound power comes with great responsibility. The universe is giving you the keys to the kingdom, but you must learn to drive with conscious intent. During this heightened energetic period, it's critical to be a vigilant guardian of your focus. Every thought, word, and emotion is a command to the universe. If you're focusing on lack, you'll manifest more bills. If you're dwelling in fear, you'll attract situations that validate that fear. If you're gossiping or speaking negatively about others, you'll attract that same energy back to yourself quickly. The training wheels are off. You must choose moment by moment to align your inner world with the reality you desire to experience. This isn't about spiritual bypassing or pretending not to have negative feelings. It's about acknowledging the difficult emotion, allowing it to pass through you without judgment, and then consciously and deliberately shifting your focus back to what you want to create. It's a practice, the sacred art of emotional alchemy. You're learning to master your inner state, knowing that your inner state directly causes your outer world. This is the great work, the path of the sovereign creator, that this conjunction is inviting you to walk to anchor this truth and declare mastery over your reality. Go to the comments now and write this powerful declaration, "I am the creator of my world." Say it aloud as you type it and feel the cellular resonance of this ultimate truth. You're taking back the pen and consciously authoring the next chapter of your life story. As you step into your role as a conscious creator, you'll be guided to perform specific rituals and practices to help you anchor and direct these potent energies. This isn't empty superstition, it's sacred technology. Ritual is the act of focusing your intention and energy into a physical form, amplifying its power in the material world. During the days surrounding October 20th, your intuition will guide you toward the exact rituals your soul needs. For some, this will be a deep cleansing ritual. You might feel a strong urge to declutter your entire home, smudge every room with sage or Palo Santo, and get rid of old clothes, letters, and objects that hold the energetic residue of your past. This physical act of clearing your space is a powerful symbolic act signaling to the universe that you're making room for the new. Don't underestimate its power. As you clear your home, you're clearing the closets of your mind and heart. For others, the guidance will be towards creation and beauty, a Venusian ritual. You might feel called to buy yourself flowers, create a beautiful altar with crystals like rose quartz and moonstone, cook a nourishing and beautiful meal, or engage in creative expression like painting, writing, or dancing. This is an act of honoring the divine feminine, of making your life a living temple of beauty and love. It tells the universe that you're ready to receive abundance, pleasure, and joy in all forms. One of the most powerful rituals you can perform is a water ritual, harnessing the combined energies of the moon and Venus. Water is a living consciousness, a conduit for emotion and intention. On the night of the conjunction, or as close to it as possible, prepare a sacred bath. Fill the tub with warm water and add Epsom salts or sea salt to purify your auric field. Add rose petals or a few drops of rose essential oil to invoke Venus's loving energy. If possible, place a piece of moonstone or selenite in the water, ensuring they're water safe. Before you get in, stand before the water and state your intention aloud. It might be something like, "I call upon the sacred energies of the moon and Venus. I ask that this water cleanse me of all that no longer serves my highest good and fill me with the frequency of pure, unconditional love." As you soak in the water, visualize it as liquid light, penetrating every cell of your body, dissolving old patterns, healing old wounds, and activating your divine blueprint. Allow yourself to feel. If tears come, let them flow into the water. This is a baptism, a rebirth into your truest self. When you're done, as the water drains, Visualize all your released pains and sorrows draining away, with it being neutralized and returned to the earth as compost for new growth. This simple yet profound ritual is a powerful way to consciously cooperate with the cosmic energies and accelerate your transformation. The energies are also working to upgrade your connection to Gaia, to Mother Earth. You're a child of the cosmos and a child of the earth, and your spiritual body must be fully grounded in the physical plane to be effective. You might feel a powerful, almost primal pull to be in nature. You might yearn for the forest, the ocean, or simply to walk barefoot on the grass. Honor this calling. Gaia is a living, breathing, conscious being, and she's your greatest ally in this ascension process. The Earth's electromagnetic field is a stabilizing force that helps your physical body integrate the high-frequency cosmic energies without short-circuiting. When you feel overwhelmed, anxious, or ungrounded, the simplest and most powerful thing you can do is physically connect with the Earth. Go outside and place your bare feet on the ground. This practice, known as grounding or earthing, allows the excess chaotic electrical energy in your body to discharge into the earth and allows you to draw up the calming, healing negative ions from the planet. Lean against a tree and feel its ancient, stable energy. Place your hands on the soil. As you do this, you're not just calming your nervous system. You're reactivating a sacred bond. You're remembering that you're not separate from nature. You are nature. The trees are your lungs, the rivers are your veins, and the rocks are your bones. As you heal this sense of separation, you heal the planet, and the planet heals you. This Moon-Venus conjunction, a beacon of the divine feminine, is a powerful call to return home to the loving embrace of the Great Mother in all her forms. The Cosmic Mother and the Earthly Mother. Your body is the bridge between them. This is urgent. Don't skip this. Watch the members-only briefing warning all chosen ones. Watch this before the new moon of October 21st, 2025, as it will change everything. I reveal the activations and protections you must do before the spiritual energy shifts. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment now. This window won't wait. This profound reconnection with your own body, the earth, and your creative power will inevitably change how you view your work and your purpose in the world. The old 3D paradigm of work is based on struggle, competition, and trading your life force for survival. It's a system designed to keep you disconnected from your joy and your true soul calling. The 5D reality you're stepping into is based on purpose, passion, and contribution. The energy of this conjunction is activating your sacred purpose, the unique gift that only you can bring to the world. You may find that the job or career you once tolerated now feels utterly soul-crushing and unbearable. The spiritual dissonance will become too loud to ignore. This isn't a sign of failure, it's a sign of awakening. Your soul is telling you that you're meant for more. It's calling you to step onto the path of your Dharma, your true service. For many chosen ones, this will mean leaving behind conventional careers and stepping into roles as healers, teachers, artists, spiritual guides, and innovators of new heart-centered systems. You might feel a sudden, clear vision of what you're here to do. You might receive a download of an idea for a book, a business, or a community project that feels divinely inspired. Trust these visions. They aren't mere fantasies, they're glimpses of your highest timeline. The universe is showing you the roadmap to your soul's fulfillment. Taking the first step on that path, no matter how small, is a powerful act of faith that will be met with a cascade of universal support. The universe doesn't fund parking lots, it funds moving vehicles. Start moving in the direction of your joy and watch as the resources, the people, and the opportunities you need begin to flow to you with miraculous ease. Your work is no longer about making a living, it's about living your making. Let's pause and take a collective conscious breath, because the concepts we're about to explore require a deeper level of presence. What we've discussed so far, the thinning of time, the acceleration of manifestation, the power of ritual, are the external effects of a much deeper internal phenomenon. You're not just being given new tools to navigate your reality. Your very perceptual system, the spiritual hardware of your soul, is undergoing a profound and permanent upgrade. The Moon-Venus conjunction isn't only clearing the emotional body, it's systematically activating your dormant spiritual senses, the faculties that will allow you to perceive the higher dimensional reality that's now unfolding. For eons, humanity has been operating with a limited sensory toolkit, primarily relying on the 5 physical senses. This was a necessary part of the 3D experience of separation. But now, the energetic veils are dissolving, and you're being brought back online with your full spectrum of psychic and intuitive abilities, often referred to as the clairs. The first and most prominent sense being activated is clairsentience, or clear feeling. This is a radical expansion of your empathy. You may have always been sensitive to the moods of others, but this is something far more profound. You'll begin to feel the emotions of others as if they're your own. Sometimes, even feeling their physical pains in your body. More than that, you'll develop the ability to feel the truth of a situation directly. You'll walk into a room and instantly know the energetic history of what happened there. You'll listen to someone speak and feel the resonance of truth or the jarring dissonance of a lie in your solar plexus, regardless of the words they're using. This is your energetic truth detector coming online. It's crucial during this time to learn to discern what's yours and what isn't. A powerful practice is to frequently ask yourself, is this feeling mine? Your intuition will give you an immediate yes or no. If it isn't yours, consciously intend to release it back to the universe with love without taking it on. Your clairsentience is a gift for discernment, not a burden of absorption. Simultaneously, many of you are experiencing the awakening of clairaudience or clear hearing. This isn't about hearing physical voices, it's the ability to hear beyond the normal range of sound into the subtler frequencies of the spirit realms. This can manifest in several ways. You might hear that high-pitched ringing in your ears more frequently, which is often your nervous system calibrating to the frequency of your guide team. You may hear guidance in the form of a calm, loving voice within your mind that's distinct from your own panicked or egoic thoughts. It may come as a sudden knowing in the form of a word or phrase that drops into your awareness. You might also hear snippets of songs playing in your mind that contain a direct message for you. Pay close attention to these subtle auditory cues. The universe is speaking to you, offering direct moment-to-moment guidance. The key to strengthening this ability is to cultivate inner silence. The voice of your higher self is a whisper, not a shout. You must quiet the relentless chatter of the analytical mind to be able to hear it. Meditation time in nature and simply practicing being still are amplifiers for your clairaudient abilities. And then there's the gift of clairvoyance, or clear seeing. This is the activation of your third eye, the pineal gland, which is your energetic portal to the unseen realms. This isn't necessarily about seeing full-blown apparitions. For most, it will begin much more subtly. You may start seeing shimmering lights, orbs, or energetic static in the air, especially in a darkened room or against a clear blue sky. You may begin to perceive auras, the subtle energy fields around people, plants, and animals, as faint colors or outlines. Your inner vision will also become exceptionally vivid. During meditation, you may be shown clear images, symbols, or even entire movie-like scenes that contain guidance or information about your path. Your dreams, as we've touched upon, will become increasingly precognitive, showing you glimpses of future events or providing solutions to problems you'll face. This is your soul's GPS coming online. Don't fear what you see. All of it is information. Like any new sense, it simply takes practice to interpret and integrate it into your understanding of the world. You're remembering how to see with the eyes of your soul, not just the eyes of your head. As these higher senses activate, they're all being integrated into a new energetic operating system within your body. We've spoken of the crystalline structures in your DNA. Let's now be very clear about what this means. Your physical body is undergoing a metamorphosis at an atomic level, a shift from a predominantly carbon-based biology to a crystalline-based energetic structure. Carbon is dense, holds less light, and stores information like a hard drive. It holds onto all trauma, ancestral patterns, and dense emotions. A crystalline structure is a superconductor. It's fluid, adaptable, and capable of holding and transmitting immense amounts of light and information without storing the density. This is why you've been feeling the intense physical symptoms. Your body is literally being rewired. It's purging the dense carbon-based programming of fear and limitation and installing the new crystalline programming of love and infinite potential. This process makes you a living transducer of cosmic energy. You're becoming a walking, talking antenna for divine light capable of receiving high-frequency information from the cosmos and grounding it directly into the planetary grid. This is the physiological mechanism of your mission. To consciously assist your body in this profound upgrade and to affirm your willingness to hold more light, find your way to the comments now with deep intention and type the declaration, "I anchor the light." Feel this as a conscious command to every cell in your body, giving them permission to complete this beautiful and sacred transformation. This activation of your crystalline light body is what's allowing you to receive the language of the universe in its purest form, the language of light frequency and sacred geometry. The energies beaming from the Moon-Venus conjunction aren't just a vague ambient force. They're a highly structured, intelligent transmission of data. This data is encoded in what are known as light codes. These are packets of information and consciousness that are carried on the waves of light. They're coded with sacred geometric patterns, the fundamental building blocks of all creation. You don't need to understand these codes with your analytical mind. Your crystalline body, your activated DNA, is designed to receive and decrypt them automatically. You might find yourself inexplicably drawn to looking at mandalas or geometric patterns. You might start seeing flashes of geometric shapes like the Star of David, the Merkaba, the Flower of Life, or intricate fractals behind your eyes during meditation. This isn't your imagination running wild. It's you witnessing the process of these light codes being downloaded and integrated into your energetic field. Each geometric pattern is a key, a divine algorithm that's unlocking a specific aspect of your soul's blueprint. One code might unlock a dormant talent from a past life. Another might dissolve a deep-seated fear. Another might activate a new level of heart-centered wisdom. You're being systematically upgraded piece by piece by the master architect of the universe. Your only job is to be open and receptive. Trust the process. Your soul knows exactly what it's doing. You're being retuned, recalibrated, and remembered to the fullness of your divine, multi-dimensional self. This is the sacred science of ascension, and it's happening within you right now. We've now reached the final and most crucial phase of this transmission. We've journeyed through the physical, emotional, and quantum shifts catalyzed by this sacred Moon-Venus conjunction. We've explored the mechanics of healing the language of synchronicity and the awakening of your sovereign creative power. Now we must speak of the ultimate purpose of this great transformation, your initiation into a state of unity consciousness and your sacred role as a light-bearer for the new Earth. This celestial event isn't just for your personal evolution, as profound as that is. It's a planetary activation. You as a chosen one, as a soul who bravely volunteered for this mission before you were even born, are a living, breathing acupuncture needle for the collective consciousness of humanity. As you heal, you transmit that healing frequency into the planetary grid. As you awaken to your power, you create a resonant field that makes it easier for others to awaken. You are the tipping point. You are the leaven in the bread. Your personal transformation is the direct mechanism for the collective's ascension. Don't for one moment underestimate the significance of your journey. The quiet, solitary work you're doing in the depths of your own heart is sending shockwaves of light throughout the entire fabric of human consciousness. This initiation into unity consciousness is the ultimate dissolution of the illusion of separation. It's the cellular, visceral understanding that you aren't separate from anyone or anything. The 3D matrix is built upon the lie of separation, separation from God, separation from each other, separation from the earth, and separation within yourself. This lie is the root cause of all fear, conflict, and suffering. The high-frequency energy of the Moon-Venus conjunction is a universal solvent for this lie. It's melting the egoic structures that maintain this illusion. As this happens, you'll begin to experience the world through a completely new lens. When you look at another person, you'll no longer see just a separate individual with their own beliefs and agendas. You'll begin to see and feel the spark of the same divine consciousness that resides within you. This will give rise to a profound and spontaneous sense of compassion. The person who cuts you off in traffic is no longer an adversary. They're a soul in pain, acting out of their own unhealed wounds. The political leader you disagree with is no longer a villain. They're a reflection of a collective shadow that's coming up to be healed. This doesn't mean you condone harmful behavior. It means you're able to see beyond the behavior to the essence, and you hold a space of compassion for that essence even as you maintain firm boundaries with the behavior. This is the radical, world-changing power of Christ consciousness, of Buddha consciousness, of Krishna consciousness. It's the state of unconditional love in action. This will also fundamentally change your relationship with abundance. The illusion of separation creates the consciousness of scarcity, the belief that there isn't enough to go around, and that you must compete and struggle for your share. As you shift into unity consciousness, you awaken to the profound truth of the universe. It's an infinitely abundant, self-sustaining, and ever-expanding field of pure potential. Lack is a perceptual error. It doesn't exist in the mind of God. The Moon-Venus energy is specifically targeting and dissolving these poverty consciousness programs. It's reminding you of your divine birthright to be fully supported, to thrive, to experience joy and beauty in all areas of your life. As you integrate this truth, you'll stop chasing abundance and start being abundance. You'll understand that true wealth isn't the accumulation of external things. It's a state of being a frequency of gratitude and receptivity. You'll find that you start to magnetize resources effortlessly, not by striving, but by aligning with your joy and your true purpose. Amazing opportunities will start appearing in your life. People will naturally be drawn to helping you, and money. It'll just show up as a natural result of you sharing your unique gifts and talents with the world. You'll shift away from constantly thinking about what you can times get times and move toward a mindset of what you can times give times to others. And in that act of giving, you'll come to realize that you are actually connected to an unlimited, never-ending source of abundance. You will receive more blessings than you could have ever dreamed possible. Your life will become proof that when you dedicate yourself to serving the greater good in turn will serve you. If you feel ready to break free from the illusion of scarcity and fully embrace your divine birthright of infinite abundance and unity, then I encourage you to go to the comments one last time with powerful intention. Declare this with every ounce of your being: I am abundance. I am one. Understand that this isn't just a simple affirmation. It's a complete realignment of your entire energetic field to the higher frequency of universal truth. Now, it's important that we discuss some of the challenges that may arise, because this path of light isn't without its trials and tribulations. As your personal energy frequency increases, the contrast between your energy and the lower frequency aspects of the world around you will become much more noticeable. You'll likely become incredibly sensitive to your surroundings. Crowded public spaces, loud and abrasive noises, violent movies or TV shows, and negative conversations might feel physically jarring, maybe even truly painful to you. Please know that this doesn't mean you are becoming weak. In fact, you're becoming finely attuned. Your nervous system is evolving into a highly sensitive, crystalline instrument. You must learn to respect and honor this heightened sensitivity. See it as a gift, not a curse. It's your built-in internal guidance system, clearly indicating which environments and energies resonate with your soul and which ones don't. You'll need to become a master of energetic hygiene, which means making conscious and mindful choices about what you consume, not just with your physical body, but also with your mind and your spirit. This includes carefully curating your social media feeds, the friendships you keep, and your everyday routines to consciously support your highest possible vibration. It means learning how to say no without feeling guilty and creating sacred, peaceful spaces in your home and in your life where you can recharge and recenter yourself. Perhaps the greatest test you'll face is navigating your relationships with those people who may not be awakening or evolving at the same rate you are. As you change and grow, the people around you who feel comfortable with the old version of you may react with fear, confusion, and sometimes even outright hostility. They might unconsciously try to pull you back down, possibly telling you that you are acting strangely or that you're being unrealistic about things. They're not doing this to be intentionally mean or malicious. They are acting from the deep-seated fear of their own ego, which feels threatened by the change it sees in you because it subtly reflects the change that it's resisting within themselves. This is the crucial moment where your mastery of compassion will truly be put to the test. Can you still love them without needing them to fully understand you? Can you respect and honor your own unique path without judging theirs? Can you hold your light steady and strong, like a lighthouse providing a beacon for them, if they choose to see it, but without abandoning your own purpose, to try and rescue their ship? This is the delicate and intricate dance of the awakened soul. Remember, you are times in times this world, but you are not times of times it. You must learn how to be a loving and supportive presence without becoming overly entangled in the drama of others. Your mission isn't to convince anyone of anything at all. Your mission is to embody the truth of who you are, so purely and authentically that your very presence becomes a natural invitation for others to discover their own truth. Some will accept that invitation, and those relationships will evolve into a new, deeper, and more beautiful level of connection. Others will not, and you will have to lovingly release them, wishing them well on their journey as you continue on yours. This is one of the most painful, yet ultimately most liberating parts of the ascension process. You are discovering and uniting with your true soul tribe, the family that resonates with the authentic frequency of your true self. So what exactly lies beyond this gateway of October 20th? What kind of world are we collectively creating and moving toward? We are moving into the era of the new Earth. This isn't a physical place that we are literally traveling to. It's a higher frequency that we are tuning ourselves into. It's a reality that's based on love and compassion, not fear and separation. It's a world where cooperation naturally replaces competition, where intuition is just as highly valued as intellect and logic, and where humanity lives in a sacred and harmonious balance with the earth and all of its creatures. It's a world where every individual is empowered to live out their soul's unique purpose, and where technology serves human consciousness, not the other way around. This might sound like a faraway utopia, but it isn't some unattainable dream. The seeds of this new reality are being planted right now within your very own heart. You are a fractal, a microcosm of this new earth. As you cultivate inner peace within yourself, you help anchor peace on the planet. As you create harmony in your own relationships, you weave the threads of a more harmonious society. And as you learn to live in a state of abundance and joy, you build the foundation for a civilization that truly thrives. Do you see? It all starts with you right here and right now. You are the architect, the builder, and the very first citizen of this new world. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to be a living, breathing example of this exciting possibility. It's to walk through the chaos of the collapsing old world with a calm and centered heart, and with an unwavering faith in the new world that is currently being born. It's to be a steady source of light in the darkest of places, a voice of hope amidst the deafening noise of despair. You will be called upon to create new systems, new ways of learning, new methods of healing, new forms of governing, and new ways of doing business that are all based on the core principles of unity, love, and compassion. You will be called to gather together with your soul tribe to form intentional communities of light that will act as beacons and safe harbors for others who are awakening. You don't have to figure everything out all at once. You'll be guided step by step by the clear and flawless intelligence of your own intuition, which is now being amplified and clarified by this powerful celestial alignment. Your only real task is to listen closely to that still small voice within and to have the courage to act on its guidance, even when it doesn't make logical sense to your rational mind. Your heart is your new compass, so trust it implicitly. It knows the way home. This incredible journey is the culmination of lifetimes of preparation. Every challenge you've ever faced, every heartbreak you've ever endured, every moment of darkness you've ever navigated has been an essential part of your training. It has forged you, strengthened you, and polished you into the radiant diamond that you are today, fully capable of holding and sharing this immense light. Nothing was wasted. It was all for this very moment. Remember who you truly are. You are a child of both the stars and the earth. You carry the ancient wisdom of the ancestors in your bones and the bright promise of the future in your heart. You are a divine being of pure light, having a human experience. This Moon-Venus conjunction is your celestial graduation ceremony. It's a cosmic anointing, a final activation of your memory and your sacred mission. So, step forward now, without hesitation. Claim your power, fully embrace your purpose, and shine your magnificent light so brightly that you illuminate the path for all of humanity to find its way back to love. The time is now. The waiting is over. Welcome to the dawn of the new earth. Before we conclude, I want to express my gratitude for you receiving this transmission. If this message has resonated deeply within the core of your being, if you felt the undeniable truth of these words in your very soul, then know with certainty that this was meant specifically for you. This is your confirmation. Please feel free to share this video with anyone else who you feel may be a part of this great awakening. You will know who they are. They are the other lighthouses, the other beacons of light. And finally, please subscribe and stay connected. The journey is truly just beginning, and we will walk it together, hand in hand. Remember, this isn't a warning of some impending doom. It's a heartfelt invitation, an invitation to step into the grandest, most beautiful version of yourself that you could ever possibly imagine. The universe is whispering in the silence,